So Brandon French is our first king of the capitalism jungle that we've captured in his native habitat for a second, and we want to investigate his entrepreneurial spirit. You've been an entrepreneur
Since
from within a year or so after you finished your degree at Arkansas State.
Right.
So talk about the first, you had at least 2 jobs that were real jobs out of school that were where you were an employee of a larger company. Can you just cover that quickly,
Sure.
please?
Graduated in 2007 from ASU. Before I even graduated, I already was accepted my first position, which was great at the time. It was a management position at a hospital here locally, and I stayed there for about a year. Great things. I loved it. I had a bunch of awards for the way they award people, performance evaluations and star awards they called it, and it was awesome. I learned a lot about management and about how to work with people, whether it be managing my own employees or managing customers. Learned a lot about that, but there was still something missing. And when I decided to leave, I didn't have a valid reason, which made it sound a little funny to most people, but I knew there was something else.
Did you already have your next step lined up at that point?
I was looking, and before I ended up finishing out that 2 weeks notice, I had it lined up. And so after working there for about a year, I moved on and got a job in telecommunication equipment sales. Okay. And so I moved from management to sales.
And how that took place, did you have a contact already in the telecommunications company, or how did that kind of go down?
I had a friend that worked at this particular business, and
you were talking to them about an interest in.
Yeah, and
what attracted you to the sales thing?
Because I knew that sales was something that I was interested in. I liked the idea of having a somewhat performance-driven income and incentive-based rewards, and that's what I was looking for. So I thought we'll give sales a shot, and that was about 2008-ish. And we all remember what happened around that time. The economy kind of took a nosedive, and in the business sector that I was in made it really challenging.
Mm-hmm. And you were single at that point, right?
Sure.
Had no kids.
No kids.
You still don't have kids. No. So you went to sales in a telecommunications company, sort of with the carrot of performance-based reward in sales.
Right.
And versus manager in another larger operation. So how did the sales thing go, and how long were you there and whatnot?
The sales thing lasted about 8 months from start to end, and those were some of the roughest 8 months of my life, probably, because the thing that I was looking forward to the most, which was performance-based incentives, was the thing that hurt me the most there, because I couldn't perform like I thought I could. And the economy was tough, and maybe I just wasn't as good a salesperson as I thought I was. I don't think it's because I didn't work hard enough. It was just, it wasn't a good time or fit or place. So it was tough, and I think in that regard really humbled me professionally, because it was my first really big failure. Like I said, the job before, I had come off of some organizational awards, excuse me, and also they had like a little write-up about me in their newsletter, and so I was coming off of a good success factor, just missing something individually, and I go from that to a job where I was in my own eyes a complete failure. I struggled for those types of recognition that I was used to receiving.
And I think it was, if my recollection serves me, you started to do some things on the side.
Right.
Is that okay to talk about?
Definitely.
In public?
Well, yeah. It wasn't as much on the side as it was, in the entrepreneurship community. We call it moonlighting. I mean, it was at night. It was after hours. It was when I was done with my other job and maybe down and out on my luck and feeling down and discouraged. I went home and looked for satisfaction in that professional light in other forms, and that's what I did.